Hello, Taurus. We're going to do your mid-end of the month, really kind of endish of the month reading for July 2026. We're going to do some mini readings of your career and finance and then give you a little bit on your love and romance. Let's see what we got going for you for career and finance right now. We've got the Page of Cups. Okay, so it could be that you've got an offer on the table. Could be that you have a new job. You're looking for a new job and you've got an opportunity. Could be that. Could be that you started a new job and you're just getting comfortable in your new position. You're kind of trying to feel it out, figure it out. You're in your training, that kind of vibe. All right, let's take a look and see what we got to elaborate on this a little bit for Taurus. So just as a heads up, astrologically speaking, we got a full moon in Aquarius at the end of the month. It's all about interesting collaborative ideas. It's all about working together with people to make some like kind of crazy zany ideas come in for being a little bit like more okay. If it's the weird, look into it. It's possible, it's good. All right, let's see. This one's what I'm going for here. Oh, yeah, okay. You really may be starting a new job, Taurus. And what do we got? Oh, speak to me here. Oh, God, yeah, wow. Man, a lot of intense transformation happening for you. Okay, anything else? And what's the final outcome here? Going into August, end of July. Oh, holy moly, my friend. My goodness gracious, Taurus, what a read. You have got quite the thing happening here for such a little, small, slow-moving. I mean, cups aren't necessarily like pentacles. They're not trotting along, but they're not moving super fast. But this is definitely a card of like, I'm the new page in the company. Hi, I'm learning. Hi, would you like to be, or somebody be like, here, we'd like for you to start this job, and here's your orientation packet, and here's your, it's very like that kind of energy, right, with your job, and you're definitely starting something new. I don't know if you were, I mean, it's in its early stages, there's no doubt about that, but my good gracious, I don't know that I've ever seen so much like starting new, starting over, like end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle energy in a single read, like ever. The Fool is obviously new beginnings, and this is you. So you are taking a leap of faith. You are moving forward in a new position. You are moving forward in a new career thing. You are moving forward in a new business venture, new idea, whatever it is, Taurus, you know what it is. You are going forward. And I think, you know, you're pretty stubborn traditionally, so maybe this is for you kind of a big change, and you're moving forward, and it's been a little bit of work for you to get there, but you are moving. The Fool is like, I have done it. I'm not working on getting there. We're there and we're moving forward. The Death card, obviously change. You know, death is the death of one version of yourself and being born into a new version of yourself. I think that you are taking a position or have been offered a position that's going to allow you to do something like that. It's really rebirth, really a renewal of your identity. This is a lot. The World card is all about cycles, ending and new beginnings, right? The world is something coming to a close and something new beginning. It's everything coming together. It's the beauty of the circle of life happening in your life specifically and in your specific situation. So, oh my goodness, what a delightful reading. It seems like if you are starting a new job, Taurus, good job. You chose well. You chose wisely, because this is looking really nice here. Let's take a look and see what we got for the Fool. Let's clarify a little bit. I mean, I don't want to do too much clarification because it seems really nice, you know, sometimes just let the cards speak for themselves here, but I would like to give a little bit of clarification just so we can kind of tie down who this might be resonating for. And if this is resonating for you, Taurus, this is a lot. This is a big deal. You've made a lot of change, you know. Good for you. Good for you that you're willing to move this way. You're willing to do this kind of shift. It's a big shift in energy here. All right, the Fool. Give me a little bit of elaborating on that Fool. Can we clarify the Fool for Taurus, please? And once again with the World. Once again with the World. Ooh, we got a little bit of, excuse me, it looks like there's some, oh, there we go. Okay, once again with the World, right? This is another card of renewal, bringing up the new, again, the world. You got the world at both ends now. This is very much the end of something. You have finalized a cycle in your life. You have ended, perhaps you left a job, perhaps you've been unemployed for a while, and it's finally come to an end, and now you have found a new position and you're starting it. But yeah, everything is kind of coming coming through for you. Everything is coming. Ooh, everything is going to be coming. I think it's coming up, coming through for you in a way that you've been expecting. I'm not taking all this. This is like way too much, but I did get the Queen of Pentacles that jumped out and actually turned up in that, and we got the Seven of Pentacles. So usually Seven of Pentacles is traditionally like, is the juice worth the squeeze? But in this situation, like, is it like worth doing? I keep using that and I feel bad because I don't need to be doing, you snaking off somebody else's terminology for that particular card, but I do feel like this card is about, you know, usually about planting seeds and deciding whether or not they're growing, but I less think that for this. For this particular reading, I think this is, you have started something new and it's just at the earliest stages of its preparation. You're not quite in the Eight of Coins, like I'm making it period of things. You're not quite in the industrial, it's I've got the system and I know what I'm doing stage. You are in the I'm working on it stage. And this Queen of Swords is saying to me that you are the person who is like, I'm doing it. This is the right choice. I've made the right choice. You know, it's been, I think you maybe had taken some time to make this decision and you really kind of weighed your options and weighed whether or not it was a good idea financially. And I think you came to the decision that whether or not you could tell yourself that with definitively, like with certainty, yes, this is going to be a good decision financially, you went ahead and did it. You're going to go ahead and do it anyway. And I think that's good. That's a good way to move forward in a circumstance like this. I think you know that this decision is better for you than what you had previously. I mean, this is a brand new start for sure. This is a brand new experience. Let's see what this Death card is all about. Give me some clarification on the Death card, please. For Taurus, for the well, I mean, how many was that? Oh, it was a lot. I mean, what actually turned over was the Ten of Pentacles. So I mean, again, I just think, it just didn't pop out with a whole lot of definition, but that's Ten of Pentacles again, right? Oh, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. So many cycles, endings, beginnings. My goodness. Oh, too many. Oh my goodness, but it was the Ten of Cups. I mean, it's a lot of like, woof, energy too, right? These cards are just kind of like flying. They're kind of like assaulting me right now. I feel like I'm being assaulted by the deck. Okay. Could you give me like one card? Just one simple. I feel like Taurus is very excited about this new job, and I'm getting that excitement in this deck. You're telling me that, and I feel it, and I'm happy for you, but could you give me one card that's like a final explanation of this Death card? I mean, again, Death and the Ten of Swords is pretty explanatory for that. You are cutting loose an older version of yourself. You're cutting loose an older definition of yourself, perhaps a job, a career, version of yourself, a designation of who you were. You're cutting it loose for this new version of yourself that you've got. And that's the position you're currently in. Like, the transition is happening now. I don't think that it's something that's like, I don't think the transition is something that is Six of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. I think you're currently getting handed the opportunity. You are currently taking the pentacles from the guy who's handing them to you right now, right? You have been given an opportunity that's going to be good for you financially. You know that. You are in the very beginning stages of it. You're working towards having it, be solid. You know it's going to be solid, and you are having to change a lot about yourself. You have already done so, I think. But whatever this new job is, or this new position is, or this new career is, this new financial situation is that you're taking on, is requiring a lot of change. You are having to kind of remove a version of yourself that used to be there and allow a new version of yourself to come in. You are cutting out the older version of yourself necessary to accept the generosity of this new position that's coming in. So let's see about the world. What do we got for the world? Taurus, what do we got for you? This is, I mean, really, again, good for you. You're taking some initiative here and doing some difficult work, it looks like, to move into something that's better for you overall. What do we got for the world? For Taurus, can you give me some clarification on the world? Taurus, please, end of July 2026. Please. Oh, Six of Cups. Okay. Anything else? I mean, Six of Cups is usually about like nostalgia, and usually about like old things coming back, but it could be like offerings from people from the past. So it could be that this new thing that you've got coming up is an offering from somebody from your past. Wow, and the Eight of Wands. Interesting. So this feels to me like, yeah, maybe this is an offer that you received from somebody from your past and you felt like you weren't able to take it. You weren't able to take it until you had done something else. You had changed something about yourself. You had renewed yourself in some way. And you finally now feel like you are ready to accept whatever that thing was. You're ready to take that. Yeah, okay. And the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands came out. Another Ten of Wands. Goodness gracious. With the tens. Taurus. My goodness. With the tens. Whew. Yeah, so we've got the Ten of Wands, again, which is all about the end of a cycle. You have carried a load for a long time. You've finished doing that. That version of you is done. You are now in this other iteration. You're in a new era, as they say, as the kids say, right? I'm in my whatever era. You are switching into your new era, and you know that. The Eight of Wands is a card of action. It's a card of manifestation. It could be that you manifested this for yourself. It could be that it's an offer from somebody from your past. This Six of Cups can be nostalgia, just kind of thinking about your past, thinking about, happily looking back on your past. It can be about sort of like staying there a little bit and not in a great way. But I don't really see that for you. I don't think this has anything to do with you being stuck in your past, because from every other aspect of this reading, you are not stuck in your past. You are moving forward for sure. So I think that you are ready to take this new opportunity. You might be receiving this new opportunity from somebody from your past, and it may have been a recent communication or just the starting of communication, and you are now ready to take action on that. It's only kind of been talk up until now. And I think that you have finally allowed yourself to free yourself of the burdens you were carrying previously that had made you feel like you weren't able to move forward in that. This Knight of Swords is sort of like a knight in shining armor card, right? So I think that whatever opportunity this is that's coming in for you, that you've changed yourself for, or that you feel renewed and ready to take on because you're like completely transformed, is going to be like super helpful for you. It's either going to make you feel very good emotionally, which I think part of it is that. It's going to make you feel really good about yourself. It's going to make you feel like you are kind of like your own knight in shining armor. But this is a generous, all this generosity you've got here, and a lot of balance mostly. Like, the only time I'm seeing anything that isn't balanced in an even number here really is this Seven of Pentacles, which I think is about your prior situation, less what's currently facing you and more kind of the foundation of what got you here. And now you're facing this generous new offer that's coming in, that you're totally transformed either by or ready to transform, or have been transformed and are ready to take on. And you have removed something from your life in order to take it, or you're ready to remove something from your life in order to take it. And I say, do what's best for you, but it seems like a pretty strong option, and it seems like you're done waiting. So I say go for it, right? If you're ready to go for it, go for it. All right, Taurus, so I hope that helps for your career and finance for the end of July. If you like that, please hit that like button. If you would like, down there below, give me a thumbs up. Boop. Or if you would like to subscribe, or both. Hey, what do you know? What do you say? You can do both of those things, and that would be great. That would make my day. All right, I'm done rhyming. I'm sorry. Okay, moving into the next, which is going to be love. Okay, and love it is. Taurus. Is that you? I think that is you, isn't it? I think that's you. Are you the Hierophant, Taurus? I think you are. So basically here, this again can be love, right? Yes, and that is you. You're the Hierophant. So it could be love. It could be your like marriage, right? Hierophant. This could just be you being very much in your energy. The Hierophant again is, because you know yourself, very stable energy, very metered energy, very like thoughtful, and you're not moving quick. You are going to do things by the rules, and you're going to do things the way that they should be done. You're going to do them the right way, the ritualistic way, the way that is expected of you, and the way that other people expect, the way that you expect it to happen is how you want it to go. So let's see what we got. It could again just be about marriage. It could be that you're already married and this is about your marriage. It could be that you're getting married. It could be that you want to get married. Let's see. Again, it could just be you being very much in your element. All right, I'm going to do a little boop-a-doo. Let's see what we got for Taurus for the end of July 2026. Whoa, that was not the best pull I've ever done. All right, let's try that again. better. There we go. Okay. Sometimes my spine doesn't want to work the way it's necessary to do that. Okie dokie. Yep, I know you're trying to jump out, but I'm not going to take you because of that. Not just that. Okay, give me more than just being moved around by my nonsense. Okay, let's see what we got. What have we got? What do we got for Taurus? Love. You know, okay, fine. Okay, again with the pages, the new beginnings, new starts. What's the situation? My daughter says, oh, I feel you here. Oh, okay. What do we got at the end here for Taurus? What's going to be the outcome? The end of July, 2026 romance. What's their situation looking like? Moving into August. For Taurus, give me something. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yeah. Okay. I feel you. Okay. So, new energy for sure. If you got a new job, you might be stepping into a new place of people. And that definitely gives you this new look at things. Page of Pentacles is a very studious energy, very slow moving energy, very new energy. So I'm getting the vibe that you either are in a new relationship and it's moving very slow. You've started something with somebody and it's maybe a little bit boring, but that's okay. You know, it's not super passionate. It might just be a little bit more, you guys just hang out. You're chill, you like each other's company. It's not a dramatic thing. It's just like things are good. Things are just moving. They're moving nice and easy and nice and slow. Either that or you're in the process of doing your new thing and you are open, you know, looking, seeing, if you're single, about what's out there and thinking about, you know, what about this person, and kind of like looking at how they're living their life and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's more like in person. I don't think it's so much like online. I think you're actually like out there meeting people, but I don't think you're meeting people like trying to make connections. I think you're meeting people through like work, and I think you're slowly building connections with people. The King of Swords here, I'm not going to clarify with these, I'm just habitually, right, shuffling decks. The King of Swords, to me, is potentially this person, right? You may have somebody that's showing up for you. It could be this King of Swords energy. Doesn't have to be male, it could be female, but this is somebody who's very intelligent, very witty, very on top of their stuff. Their life is very together. They are somebody who's got a lot of answers to questions. They've got unique answers. You know, they can think outside the box. They get you started in conversation and you can feel stuck in conversation, but in a good way, right? You could talk to this person for a long time. I get the vibe that you have met somebody or are currently thinking of somebody or have experienced, you know, or wanting somebody that gives you that if you don't have it right now. Maybe that's what you're looking for in a husband or something. I think maybe you are ready to settle down and you're kind of like looking to see, okay, now that I figured out this new path for myself in finance and career, now that I figured out more of a lifestyle that I'm going to be okay with financially, maybe I need to be starting to look at what I'm going to be doing romantically for the rest of my life, right? And you might be looking at like partners and trying to see who could potentially be good for you. So the Page of Wands, again, this is a little bit more excited energy, right? This is a little bit more passion energy. So I think you might be sparking up some conversations with somebody that might be wetting your whistle a little bit. Making you feel a little bit like, hey, maybe this could go somewhere. Maybe I like this person. Now, if you're already in a relationship and the Hierophant is your marriage, I would say that things are just moving along nice and slow. And I think maybe there is this new energy that's coming in that's like this new position. If you are taking this new position, something is interjecting itself into your life, into your marriage, that is about, it's making you think about things. You're having to be smart about it. You're having to not get mired down in the emotional feeling and reaction of it, and lean a little bit more into your mental reaction to it and how that's gonna pan things out for you. So I think that for the Page of Wands, again, it's like whoever you're with, if you're married, the two of you are going to be in this new, excited, kind of more passionate beginning to this thing that you're doing, and you're just going to do it together. But I do think there's a little bit of time that you're going to have to spend kind of just maybe hammering it out with your spouse, letting them know, like, this is coming, this is what's going to be, this is what you need to plan for, This is what's going to be different. This is what's going to be new in our relationship, and just like, let's be ready for it. You know, I think that's a little bit more what this King of Swords is for you if you're married, if you're in a serious relationship with somebody. All right, so let's see, Page of Pentacles. What do we got as clarification for the Page of Pentacles, please, for Taurus? Romance for the end of July 2026. You got anything for me? Universe, you want to tell me something for Taurus? Help me out here. Give them what they need. What do they need to hear? Oh, there you are. And there he is again, the King of Swords. Once again, half popped out. I'm only going to take the one that turned upside down. I'm not going to take these guys that fly out randomly. But the King of Swords is the one that showed up, and hey, what do you know? There he is. So, yeah, again, this could be a person that the King of Swords has come into your purview, and you like him. Yes, you do. You think he's smart. You think he's so handsome. Or she's so pretty, and she's so intelligent. She just makes you feel so good, right? But you're not moving quick. No. Taurus. Would you ever, really? Would you ever move so quick? Okay, let's move forward onto the King of Swords. I think that this is just doubling down on, yes, you have met somebody and you are now, or yes, you feel like you're going to have this conversation with your spouse, and this conversation is going to be happening, right? It just reinforced everything I just said. I don't really think there's a whole lot more I need to pull for that. I think, Taurus, you know, if you are in a relationship, you know, if you are looking, then this King of Swords is who's got your eye. For sure. So give me some elaboration on this King of Swords, please. I want to know something more about this person. Okay. They are very intelligent. Okay. They are the Emperor card here. They are a strong, intelligent, maybe a little cutting. They're well-heeled, financially very solid. This person is a good-looking person. This person is somebody that you're like, okay, yeah. Full total package. You're feeling like you got total package here. And I think you're eyeballing them, right? This is you here, holding your little notebook to your chest, eyeballing them from a distance. I don't know that you have had any real interactions with this person. Maybe you've had interactions with this person at work. Maybe you've had interactions with this person that have been like casual. Let's see. Have we had any interactions? What can you tell me? Is this person like actively in their life, or is this person a little bit more of an outside looking in kind of? Let's see. What do we got? No? Something came out. Can you give me a little insight on this person? Eight of Wands. So I think that you're in communication with this person right now. You are actively in communication with this person. I don't know if you work with this person. I don't know if you're just friends with this person or they're in your friend group. But the Eight of Wands is a card of active communication, right? It's sending messages actively. So you could be actively sending messages back and forth with this person. It could just be that this person is like it's a manifestation card also, like the Magician, but like low level. So it could be that you're trying to manifest a relationship with this person, but I think you're in communication with them because you're actively trying to make it something more maybe than what it is, or trying to actively figure out what their feelings are, what their motivations are, right? Okay. Yeah. Well, and the Page of Swords, interesting. So a Page of Swords, so I think that you are maybe watching them from a distance too. Maybe your relationship is online. Perhaps you've met somebody on an online capacity and all you've had really is conversations, and you feel very close to this person intellectually. They stimulate you very much intellectually. They seem like everything. They seem great financially. They seem great on paper. This is a card of like, the Page of Swords is a card a lot of times of like watching from the outside, like online. It can be like internet stuff, but it's also like gaining knowledge and stuff on somebody, but usually from a distance, usually using being a little kind of cunning and sort of like background, finding information about something. Whereas Page of Pentacles is a little bit more direct. And this Eight of Wands again is direct communication. So I think that you are potentially in direct communication, or maybe you're kind of like hemming and hawing over whether or not you should communicate with this person via some kind of like social media vehicle. But I think that I personally, it looks to me like you are in active communication with this person, but I don't know that you see this person a lot. So So I think it might be some sort of like internet situation. And they seem very generous with you. The Six of Pentacles, once again, that was in the last half of the reading as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that, and Four of Swords, which can be a little bit of a dream card. It can be a bit of a card. It's a rest and relaxation card, right? It's about like recovery and things like that, health-wise, but mentally, it can be about giving yourself like a mental break. I think maybe this person is, or it can be like a dream state. It's like a sleepy kind of card. I think it could be that this person is like a dream kind of, you think about them a lot. They're in your head quite a bit. You really like what they relax you. The idea of them makes you feel very comfortable, very safe. You see them as the Emperor. You see them as somebody who's very financially stable. I think you see them as somebody who's very generous. The Six of Coins is a generous card. It's a card of giving, give and take. I think this person works with you. They give and take with you both, intellectually too. I think you have back and forth that's very exciting. Communication's very strong. I do think you spend a lot of time thinking about them and looking at them outside of the time you actually spend together. Let's see what this Page of Wands is. Page of Wands. Am I going to take all that? It's a lot of cards, and I think I'm going to keep going. Give me some more here for Taurus on this Page of Wands. What do we got for this Page of Wands regarding the Hierophant for Taurus and this King of Swords? What do we got for this Page of Wands here? Elaborate for my Taurus on this. Hey, okay. Oh, Queen of Swords. Okay, ready to move, making choices, making decisions, being smart about it, and not being slow. It's, definitely a different kind of energy than that Page of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me. And you came out too? I guess we'll have to take you. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles for this Page of Wands. So I think you're going to get going. I think you're going to make some moves here. I think you need to be smart. I need to be smart about this. If this is something where it's an online relationship where you haven't met this person, even if you did do all of your due diligence, or at least you think you did, and you think you know everything you need to know about this person, just be smart about it. The Queen of Swords is no dummy, right? You're a smart woman. The Five of Pentacles is a card of like being left out in the cold. It's a card of destitution. It's a card of feeling like not good, right? Kind of rug pulled out from underneath you sort of vibe. And the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, offering energy kind of thing. So, I mean, it could be that you just feel very like you are ready to move, and you would like, maybe you make an offer, maybe you reach out and say like, hey, I'd like to do something. Would you be interested in doing something? And they reject you or don't say anything at all. And you're just really in your head about it, or they're just taking a really long time to get back to you about it. And it just makes you feel like, oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? I made a stupid decision. This was a bad idea. I would just say, try not to get too in your head about it. Try not to allow yourself to be taken down any pegs by somebody not responding to you if they're like a crush that you have. I'm not saying that it's not going to work out. I'm just saying that it seems like you might beat yourself up over it a little bit. And it might just be because it's taking time for them to come around, as opposed to they genuinely aren't interested, Let's see. Can you give me anything else for this Page of Wands? Because I feel like you're spending a lot of time. Ten of Wands. Anything else? And Ten of Wands is that right before the Page of Wands, right? It's that energy of like, I'm done hauling all the wands. I'm ready to start my new thing. I think you are done hauling all the wands, and I think you are ready to start the new thing. I think that's the issue here, maybe. Okay. So what fell on the ground here was the Moon and I have the Moon, I have the Strength card, and this was upside down, but it was the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups being choices mainly, but I don't really think that's super relevant here. I mean, I do think you have choices. I do think you have choices, but I think that this choice is the one that you're focused on right now. And I think you're just tired of waiting. I mean, it could be that you've been wanting to get married for a really long time, and you found somebody, and there's like a lot of people, but there's like this one person, and you're tired of waiting, and you want to put the feelers out there. And I think you do put the feelers out there, but you just don't know where it's going to go. The Moon is a card of indecisive, not really sure. You could be walking down a path, you just don't see the full path before you. You can only see 5 feet in front of you. I think that's sort of how this relationship is going. You can see 5 feet in front of yourself with it and not much more, and you're kind of in your head about that because you're not sure if this person's actually interested or not. But it seems like they are. Like, you guys have a really good intellectual connection. I think you provide a lot of entertainment. I think you provide a lot of energy to this person. But I don't know if they're interested in moving forward in that kind of way with you. And I don't think you know either. And I don't think they're giving you a lot of hints one way or the other. I mean, I hate to say it. If you are married and this is your situation, again, I think that you're going to have to just have a kind of come to Jesus about your financial situation, which is getting better. You know that this new choice, this new thing that you've started is great. It's going to be the best version of you. It's going to make you shine and stand out. It's going to make the family really good. It's a really generous thing. It's going to be very give and take. But you're going to get a lot out of it emotionally. You're going to get a lot out of it financially. It's everything you've ever manifested, right? Everything you kind of brought forth in your life. And I think it's you're a well-deserved rest from you've done a lot of work in your life, and it's just a well-deserved rest. This new job is going to be kind of a well-deserved rest. And you've done all the background work. You tell them, honey, I've already done all the background research. I know all about it. I know all about the company. This is who they are. This is what they do. And you can really put their mind at ease, right? If you're married, that's what I'm seeing for you here. And I see this as a fresh start. I was reading this from a relationship standpoint, so I don't know that I would really pay too much attention to these, but I would say if you were not in a relationship and you are in an internet kind of relationship or something like that where you don't really know this person, you've just been communicating with them, to be aware that things take time. People don't know you and you don't really know them if you're in that kind of relationship. So you may think you do, but you don't really. So you don't know what's going on, what could be causing a delay in communication, or even if they have your best interests at heart. So just always be very vigilant. If you're going to meet somebody for the first time, meet them in a public place, that kind of stuff. But I also think that there's a possibility that you're throwing something out there and you're getting a little bit anxious because they haven't thrown anything back. And I wouldn't necessarily lose hope just yet, because I think that person might just be taking their time trying to decide what they want to say, rather than completely blowing you off. If you're married, I'm going to do a little bit of elaboration on just if you are the married Taurus here on this ending with this Page of Wands. Bam. 10 of Pentacles. So if you're the married Taurus, things are really easy for you. Just tell your spouse things are going to be good. Explain to them how they're going to be good because you know how. And things are going to be great. This new beginning is going to be awesome for you. So I think your marriage is going to be even the better for it. And your social and financial life is going to be great with this new career thing you got going on. So Taurus, if this is you, I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for joining me. And subscribe, all the good stuff. Comment down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.